Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. This is Dennis Bolton aka GotBot, and we're gonna do a spotlight overview of the big bot himself this time, Optimus Prime. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna do an overview of this guy from Transformers Earth Wars. We've unlocked him at the end of the first campaign, and you can see how Optimus looks in game. He has his battle axe, as you can see. That's a beautiful, beautiful feature. I love the look of his Energon axe. Let's go in a bit closer. You can see he has a very Optimus Prime-esque head sculpt. I love that he has his battle mask. Prime never looks like Prime without his mask. There are a couple of liberties taken, especially with his tires on his arms. But besides that, you know, his paint looks really good. I even like his backpack isn't obtrusive. He looks very much like you would expect Optimus Prime to look. Strong, imposing, a leader, to say the least. So, coloration in this mode and in vehicle mode. You know what? It's 10. It's Optimus. He looks like Optimus. In terms of playability, you know, Optimus is always going to be an exciting member of your team, just as he is an exciting member of my team. He's the voice you hear. He's the bot that leads you into battle. And how can you not love Optimus? I can't say enough about the placement of everything from the red, the blue, absolutely everywhere. The yellow is placed perfectly. The Autobot symbol on his shoulder. So let's take a second now and we will look at his transformation. And here is Optimus's truck mode. Very, very accurate to his animation models, like you would expect. The back seems a little chunky, but again, it's nothing that you wouldn't expect to see from Optimus. The blue is where it should be. The gas tanks are where they should be. The blue is where it should be. He looks like, well, Optimus Prime. Let's take another look, though, at that transformation from front on here. Take notice of the twist of the torso. It's very reminiscent of probably, you know, one or two of the molds, and we're going to look at that in a few minutes of, you know, how this guy compares to Toy. Let's look at him change back again, this time from a side-on view. Take note, as I go back and forth now, of his legs and how his arms lock in. Let's do it from the back here. His whole body twists around, the legs go together, the feet come out. Anybody who is a fan of the figures will probably know where we're going with this. It's a transformation that is very toy accurate, but drawing from a couple of different models. And I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. I'm very pleased with Optimus Prime. In terms of transformation, hey, it's 10. Optimus is a 10. Optimus is always a 10. So I'm going to cut this off here. In game, he's great. He looks like Optimus. He sounds like Optimus. He transforms like Optimus. He acts just like the Autobot leader himself. And we're going to take a few minutes and compare this guy with a couple of figures that he draws inspiration from. And now we're gonna, you know, do the comparison here with the figures that kind of match up. Let's get a couple of things straight. I feel like this, you know, that the in-game model takes cues from a bunch of Optimuses. Mostly, it kind of takes cues from the Deluxe Classics mold, which wasn't a great mold, but that's another story for another day. I think the head sculpt is very largely based on the Deluxe War for Cybertron version, even down to the little line here on his mask. Now other versions have it, but I feel like just in terms of how pronounced it is, it kind of matches that head sculpt. Then we have the truck mode, and I think that largely matches, of course, the MP10 Prime, but it also matches the Age of Extinction Evasion mode Optimus Prime. It looks good, at least the front cab section very much seems to match this one. With the back section, sort of matching this guy. If we brought that together, there's the back of Optimus, and I feel like that's very close to what we get in game, where the back is sort of chunky. Here, I'll even fold up these side pieces. I'm not transforming this guy all the way because I've looked at him elsewhere before. The back is a little bit chunky. I feel like this looks like the back of the in-game model, and this looks like the front of the in-game model. Then we come to the actual body itself. The actual body itself does incorporate, like I said, points from that Classics Deluxe mold, but also from this mold, the Classics Voyager mold. The pieces on the arm are very similar to the pieces on the in-game model with the tires. Now, granted, this doesn't have the tires, but again, it's chunks on the arm. When he transforms, you probably noticed how his body spins around. That's the first thing that really put me in mind of that deluxe mold. But I mean, this guy's body also spins around, so I can appreciate it. Of course, the bumper here on this guy folds up on the back. In the game, the bumper slides up into his chest. But when we get down here with the silver striping and the red in the torso and the grill, it looks very much like the game model. So I think that it's safe to say that influences from all of these led to the version of Optimus Prime that we get in Transformers Earth Wars, and honestly, it's a nice version. I see it and I immediately think, whether it's in bot mode or whether it's in truck mode, there's the leader of the Autobots. And I'm always ready to take that guy into battle, and hopefully you will be too. Anyway, that does it for this Spotlight overview. This was of the Big Bot himself. And, we've had a look at him in game, we've had a look at him in a bunch of figures, and either way, Optimus Prime is always a win. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you the next time that we have a visit right here inside the videos.